The delegation, I'm happy to...
Well managed. It's really well properly managed. We had a long meeting with the Electoral Commission, and really we were reassured that the process was done in a very professional way. I mean, nothing is perfect. It does not exist in any country. But mechanisms are in place to address those issues that can be raised. Yes, there was the issue of the 30,000 registered voters for which they were on separate list, but it was clarified. It was really well explained. In fact, the work is ongoing. It's work on progress to really deal with it appropriately according to the adequate procedure. So, as far as the process itself is concerned, I think really we want to commend the work that has been done. I think it's really very professionally. The second point that we also would like to indicate is the issue of the security around the election. We have had a very long discussion with the two ministers in charge of security and interior. There was some issue about the vigilante and the risk that they could cause the threat. But we want to say that we really commend the effort that were made, the very important decision made by the authorities to really address this issue and all the actions that are planned to ensure that really the security is really adequately addressed. And we feel that this is something, of course, there was some discussion, but today I think there is an agreement on all parties, on all stakeholders to really address this issue. So we are very reassured about what has been really done, and there again we really want to commend the authority for having taken this issue and all the action that the security apparatus is putting in place to ensure that really the election will be violence-free. I think we feel reassured on that. The third point that we would like to raise, there has been several actions done, particularly from the national the Peace National Peace Council, to increase the level of dialogue between various stakeholders. And we are pleased that there was an agreement that was signed, a code of conduct that was signed to really ensure those, that there won't be any violence. So globally, we feel that the process is really in a very good state. There is only one thing we would like to insist. We would like to insist that the dialogue continues. We want to insist that yes, there is dialogue, but we could increase this dialogue between all the stakeholders, that really they talk between each other, because that will increase the level of confidence, the trust, and reduce the tension. So this is, I shall say, the minimum recommendation. If we really have to make one recommendation, that encourage the process that has started to some extent, but we feel that it could be increased, and that will really, of course, make sure that reinforce the dynamic. But globally, really, it's a very positive assessment that we have. Really want to really commend the authorities for really having taken all those issues that raised and addressed them well in advance, and we're convinced that the situation will really be an extremely good one. So this is the overall assessment. I don't know if Commissioner Samati of EUA want to say something, add something.
No, I just want to congratulate the Honorable Minister of support since he became President of Council. And add to what the President has said, that we have to deploy some observers here, about 100 observers, long-term and short-term, in all the country, to supervise, to observe the election. Not to give the results, but just to observe.
I'm happy to note that since you arrived, you've been able to engage not just political actors, but also the institutions that are mandated to carry out elections, and also some CSOs, including the National Peace Council. I am sure that the security ministers have assured you of their preparedness to ensure that this election is held in a very peaceful atmosphere before, during, and after. And also the Electoral Commission has also assured you of their preparedness to hold these elections in a free, fair, and transparent manner. But first of all, let me also thank you for the messages of condolence to do with the sudden passing of our ex-president. It's a shock to the whole country, and it's something that we just can't believe, because he was a very, very vibrant person, and nobody ever thought that this would happen this soon. So thank you, and please thank Chairperson Musa Faki for us. Let me say that we in Ghana realize the huge responsibility on our shoulders, that the whole world, not just West Africa and the continent Africa, but also the whole world is watching Ghana to do with these elections, and we realize that we have no other we necessarily must ensure that this election is held in a very free, fair, transparent manner, in a very peaceful atmosphere, because that is how we've always, since the birth of the Fourth Republic, held our elections. And as a result, Ghana has become a beacon of democracy, and everybody looks up to us, and we ensure that we subscribe to good governance, respect for human rights, the rule of law, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, there is a big responsibility that we need to necessarily maintain and sustain that expectation from all over. I must say that whatever government needs to do, our responsibility to make sure that the process is free and fair, that has been done. Government needs to, through the parliament, needs to resource the Electoral Commission. All those responsibilities have been carried out, and that is why you would find that the Electoral Commission will tell you that they're very much prepared to take us through an election in a very transparent, free and fair manner. I believe that Parliament also has a role to play, and Parliament on several occasions have dialogued with the Electoral Commission, and not too long ago, before we rose, had some dialogue engagement with the Electoral Commission, where the chairperson addressed Parliament to assure Parliament, who are the representatives of the people, that they are ready for the elections. Also, specific measures, I'm sure you've already been informed by the security ministers, have been put in place by the security architecture that has been put in place, which is headed by the IGP, and he is training officers, both not just physical training, but also building their capacity in all aspects of elections during, on the day, and and even after the elections, to do with the electoral offenses, prosecutions, and all of that. So I believe we're very ready, and that all stakeholders will put the interest of this country above every other consideration. Yes, political parties go into elections, but at the end of the day, we need in Ghana to ensure that our enviable record and our image as that beacon of democracy is surely upheld. And I can assure you that we'll do exactly that. As you will be bringing in observers, deploying observers throughout the whole country, I hope that your observers will not just stay in the cities, but will go to the remote parts of the country so that they would observe the process and then afterwards come out with their findings. I can assure you that we are all prepared to do the right thing, and that is exactly what will be done. And so we would expect that once the elections is over, you would give us your candid opinion on how it went, because all these observer reports, these teams and the reports that come out, help countries to, in future, even improve on the processes that they have employed towards elections. So once again, let me thank you for coming, and I have noted the three main areas that you have taken note of, and all the three areas are all positively noted by yourselves. What I need to assure you about is on security and the vigilante groups. The President made sure that Parliament passed a vigilante bill, which is now the law, to ban all vigilante groups, partisan vigilante groups, and therefore he has many times during this campaigning period, he said that even if these groups or these persons, if anybody dares to mar our elections, he will ensure that they are dealt with. The law deals with them thoroughly. So he's not going to shield anybody, even his own party people, if anybody dares rear their head. And we are asking that all other parties do the same. And so far, I think we shouldn't have any problem from that part of our elections in terms of having people misbehave. Also, I've taken note of your recommendation, which has to do with the continued dialogue. I think it's always important because, like we always say when we go out, there's no issue that cannot be resolved through dialogue. Even in conflict situations where people become physical, it's not the mighty in terms of the might that will resolve the issue, but at the end of the day, even when you finish fighting, you need to sit down at the table to talk and resolve issues. So I can assure you that we will avail ourselves to any dialogue that will make sure that there is peace before, during, and after the elections. So all in all, I believe we are ready, and I can stick my neck out and say that Ghana will not disappoint you. And hopefully that will be the case, that we will make the whole of West Africa and Africa very proud. So thanks for coming, and we look forward to any later engagements which will be after the elections. I thank you.